Okay, should be live. Hey guys, what's going on? I'm Kings, playing some more Outer Worlds 2. Alright. Wait for it to load up. I think we're gonna beat the game today. Just the feeling I got. You just had Cloister left, couple missions, and then beat whatever the ending is.
How do you like my faction accessories? Do they make me look handsome or too handsome? Okay, so we ended stuff yesterday by trying to figure out how to get up here. Figured out we can't get up here. So yeah, we're heading over this direction to do this mission here. In that direction, there's a whatever the hell this shit is up here. Is it a town? Hostile people in it.
Seems like
Proceeding to attack. Enemy in the village. Melding with ship.
Shrink for anymore.
Shifting to another intolerable.
the console.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified. Engaging camouflage.
Enemy dead.
Shouting.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Backing scan.
Recommencing hostilities.
Loading anew. Shadow melding activated, Commander.
Seeking shelter.
But your
Endured.
Torpificator at. They won't see me coming, Commander.
Their location ascertained. Quickly moving to cover.
Target enemy spotted.
Back in my sight. There.
I don't know if I've actually gotten like anything progression towards this.
Resurrected crime. Well done. There. By my reckoning, that was the last one. Hide it.
Being something called Little Radar. Okay.
It looked like a town that I just completely destroyed. A little roar, okay. Rockets explode in a much larger radius. Damage scales with explosion. Shoots out mini rockets. The hand pistol that shoots out mini rockets. I should use the Big Bang when I was here. Completely forgot about it. I'm trying to get progression towards the this pop-up gun thing. I'm not sure if I even got anywhere near progression towards it. Getting stuff and unlock that yet. Yeah. Didn't say I have any kill to enemies that are taunted by the pop-up guns ad drones, so no idea how close I'm to getting that at all. It's the hidden things, they don't tell you how close you are. I am done with the shrink race. I don't need to shrink ray anymore. Where am I on the map? Where's this town? Completely decimated.
Protectorate has this sealed. It can only be unsealed near the Archive's entrance, remember?
No, I don't. We're okay. We'll just keep trying to figure out how to get up there. Coming through here and then come that way. Probably do. Do that next time.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Shatter melding activated, Commander.
Plasma tolerances exceeded. Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Tank traps everywhere.
You know what surprised me the most? The sound an eyeball makes when it pops. I had no idea until that one time
I'll handle this.
They won't see me reach out for mayhem. Melding shadows activate.
I have a fix on their weaknesses.
Finishing my firearm.
Hiding and seeking.
Bring it. I got thing to
Work on. One protectorate camp expunged from existence. 2 to go.
Need to stop looting everything. I really don't need to loot any of this stuff. I have so much money. I don't know what to do with.
Help disruptive influences.
They won't see me coming.
Plasma tolerances exceeded.
Back and scan.
That's 2 camps cleared, Commander.
It should have been technically 3 guys, but I don't know if it's counting robots towards the same thing.
Now what?
Mobilizing.
Individualists!
Melding with shadows activated.
Say the word, unfriendly company. They're mine.
Should have been very at least 2.
Sector camp reach, Commander. We could collect our reward now.
Shrouding.
If you care.
Ammo though. Turn the bounty. So we can turn into this one right here. Still don't have the fast travel location for this place, so yeah, let's head up that way and figure that out, which I'm not sure how to do.
Yeah.
Go this way.
Hostilities are afoot.
Hold on. That's wrong.
Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
Hiding and seeking.
Shotgun's so good.
Investigate. Have a fix on their.
Ready to spread the truth. Engaging camouflage. Melding with shadows activated.
Let's see if I can get one of those mission or gun achievements. Actually, propagate, but hopefully not.
Yeah. Well, if only we had a device for closing rifts, like the one we found on Praetor.
Commander, Glorious Dawn members up ahead. Let me handle them. They'll listen if they wish to continue to draw breath.
It's not the other ones.
It's strange how I ended up here, leading the cult. If I hadn't started traveling with you, I may have spent my days hunting down the members I thought traitors and never realized it was Dagmar until too late. You may not have noticed, but I have a tendency to be a little impulsive. Reckless, even. Don't worry, I take my new role seriously. The cult needs me. They need my certainty. It was my deep faith that brought me through this trial, and it is my faith that will restore them. And I'm not discounting your part in all this. Like I said, without you, I'd be dead. The cult in ruins.
It's time for us to part ways? What?
My new position as the head of the Glorious Dawn should come in handy there. Any who refuse to acknowledge my authority will have to be dealt with, of course. What say you, Commander?
Does that mean they're gonna attack me on sight, or they're gonna just not attack me on sight? What does that mean?
You there. You need to leave. Did you not hear me? You must leave unless you wish to be ushered into perfection before the rest of this architect-forsaken colony. But please, give me an excuse to kill the betrayer of our exalted leader.
Betrayer? I am the savior of the Glorious Dawn. I will speak with your local hierarch at once.
I don't... that is... I can't... Hierarch Wolcott! You're needed over here! So, the power to manipulate rifts. That seems, let me just say I apologize if I've offended you in any way.
Wolcott? Wolcott's your hierarch? Shit.
Well, look here. I never expected to see you again, Azahelia. Here to spread more deceptions like your broadcast.
Of course. It's so simple even you can understand, Wolcott. She was setting us all up to be political pawns. Our deaths were to be proof of the Consul's superiority as a leader. But the only thing your imminent and excruciating death will serve as is proof of your incompetence.
Do the deceptions never end with you and your ilk? I'm no fool. What you claim is an impossibility. How would such a thing even work? Yes, of course it does. Makes perfect sense. If it does, in fact, do such. Can never be too certain about things of such import. A lot of crazed theoreticians about. Come, prove to me this device can do what you say. Then I will decide. But let me assure you, if you do anything but follow me to the rift, violence will ensue.
Okay.
I must admit to a certain modicum of suspicion towards your claims, but consider my interest piqued.
Why is the hierarch leading outsiders to the rift?
Something of great import is afoot. No one gets escorted to the rift. Is it time for sacrifices? When's our turn?
It's our turn to be sacrificed to the rift.
Acolyte Varnham said he heard them talking about a device that can change the nature of the rifts.
That's preposterous. There must be some tomfoolery at hand.
Is that Azza the betrayer? Why is she here? And why is she still alive?
Can save it.
if you can indeed control the rift, as you say, that changes things. It could force us to rethink our understanding of the rifts, but we are nothing if not truth seekers. We are here. Prove to me that your device can manipulate the rift, as you claim. Gods! This should not be possible. That device borders on the heretical. You will hand it over now, and then we shall decide what to do with you.
That's right, Wolcott. You think they won't listen to me now that I've shown I have power over the rifts? How'd you fancy your former acolytes tearing the flesh from your bones?
You're serious? You can't do that. I've been loyal to the Dawn. Please, let me live. We will give you no more trouble. Yes, of course. Acolytes of the glorious Dawn, prepare. We leave this place within the hour.
We have a fast travel point here now. Now we can use this to go this way. Should we go turn in some of these quests before we do that? I think we should. Go turn in some of these quests, because I'm not sure how long that rift is going to stay that way. I'm not sure if it's going to completely fall apart on us, like, midway through, so I'm just going to leave and come back.
You're back. I was beginning to wonder if you'd gotten buried in a snowdrift. Did you kill those yay-saying bootlickers good? Your acumen for problem-solving is seconded only by your pedantry. Here's your reward. Now get along. I'm as likely to be buried alive by my paperwork as the snow outside.
This is one at. Where is it located? 1,000 meters that way. Yeah, looks like it wants me to go back. Why did I do that? Alright, so yeah, it doesn't look like there's anything we can really do. Technically did do this, I have no idea where it's at now. There we go. I wonder if the portal's still gonna be up until we go through it. I wonder if these guys are still back here.
I found what I was looking for. No need to continue messing with the Dawn's communication devices.
Much in the saloon, is there? Yeah, no. This town, like after we report, will become active again. Trauma kits. $26 old bits in that register. Woo! Doesn't lead me anywhere, does it? To the roof. Here's your lockbox here. This goes all the way around down here. This way. Explode.
Well, we have visitors. At first, we thought they were converts to the Order, newly initiated into the wonders and glory of the plan. And they, well, They apparently mistook us for believers of their zealous delusion. They are nonsensically worshippers of the rifts. The literal, actual rifts. Supposedly, through the rifts, we transcend this mortal coil and are united in an ethereal utopia. Instead of the more likely experience of having one's atoms ripped apart. Still, despite their peculiar notions and rituals, we did not consider this to be disqualifying of our good grace and hospitality. Until they tossed Johansson into the rift. And while I cannot say for certain what happens when you pass through a rift, those of us who remain have no intention of finding out. We are planning a quiet exit in the night.
Okay. That helps you get across. Get to the archive. Basketball card. Okay, this looks like a place.
Wait. The Protectorate have the entrance to the archive well fortified. Attacking straight on seems ill-advised. Before we go further, should we discuss a plan? Not a bad idea, though I'd also suggest garnering backup.
Oh, so they're not supposed to be here yet.
The Order desperately want to regain control of the archive. We could offer to hand it to them later, after we process the data, in exchange for help now.
Anti or the Order? I suppose it depends which flavor of ally interests you. Bits, math, or both.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject.
All right, it's a plan.
Okay, I didn't know we had. This is supposed to be when I need to get allies.
We're all in this together.
Could have just completely do it all by myself. It's not really absolutely necessary to do that, but okay. So we need to head south then and get both of these done. So let's do that. Let's go do that. Okay, how do I go down from here?
Resorting to violence.
Please.
Diving in.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Target analyzed. Late.
Welcome, intrepid consumer, to Auntie's Choice territory. The wonders
Trooper.
of winter's grasp lay
Trooper.
ahead. Though do
Hayes.
stay on the road.
Hayes,
The ice
can
makes
you hear me?
all manner of
Hayes,
dangers.
I've no fair ideas of how to proceed, White. Nothing we do seems to garner the... Yes? Can I, wait. Welcome, potential customer, to the majesty of Auntie's military might. Normally, I would be at your service, but I'm dealing with a situation here. It's really none of your...
Sarge, maybe they can help. The two of us are certainly out of options.
And who'll pay them for the assistance? You? Very well. The issue is our compatriot, Trooper Hayes. He seems to have some kind of break or shock to the head, and he's, well...
Same sucker, bad habit blocker. It tracks every movement like a hunting death stalker. Try a gross habit, it sucks nadgy bits. This flogger's a stopper, you just can't brush off her.
He's that.
Ever since the attack last night, he's been unresponsive and communicating only in jingles. At first I thought it might be some manner of marketing ploy, but it seems permanent. The artillery bombardment was particularly heavy last night before the assault began, and the rounds shook the ground so badly that our lantern flew off its hook on the wall. Hayes put his hands over his ears, lay feet on the ground, and after the only thing that had come from his mouth were jingles. Old archaic jingles, ones I haven't heard in years. We must rouse him back to sanity. He's their sole earner, and should he be discharged, just the cost of his family's lodgings on the claim is more than enough to bankrupt them. Yes. Well, maybe. They're the kind of sales roles you take when you're young, before you reach an age to become a real earner.
It lets me eat until I'm stuffed down to my feet. What did you say? Absolutely. I have a whole sales sampler full of all the calorie... what is... Was I just trying to sell you something?
You don't remember? He's been wandering around singing nothing but jingles for almost 2 whole days.
Poppycock! I don't even know any jingles by heart.
Well, I'll be damned. I absolutely cannot believe that worked.
Yeah, it's just said
Thank
I'll buy
for your
whatever
help,
you have,
stranger.
and he's like
His whole
snapped out of
family
it.
would owe you a debt. If they had anything to pay it with.
Okay, that was random as fuck, but
Our FOB at the bridge has been totally isolated from reinforcements. The protector assaulted so quickly, we couldn't even begin to respond.
50 Bits says that plan came from the archive itself. Their field movements have been shockingly well coordinated since they locked us out of that damn machine.
Maybe a strategic plan
Stop
would
stealing.
be a better use for it than making more money. Maybe we'd won by now.
That's just crazy talk. Then I think you are.
stealing that?
Has anyone seen Jack? He was patrolling the caves in Sector 13, but it doesn't seem he's made his return.
Nah, but I wouldn't. Working hard or hardly working? That's rhetorical.
Guessing that's the only quest here was to talk to the dude on the ground? Okay. Supposedly a tossball card over here. Seeing the tossball card anywhere though. There it is. Max health again. Woo! Some weird bushes. Oh no, crabbles!
Now press the second switch and hold down the blue button for 3 seconds to arm it.
Wait a tick. Earlier you told me it was the red button.
No, you idiot. It was definitely the blue one.
Boyd, I swear, if this blows up... Oh, you...
Hostilities are afoot. Engaging camouflage.
Squaring up!
Shrouding.
What? Random swap.
Investigating hostile intentions. Check your scopes for combatant analysis.
Let's see if I can get this thing.
Activating energy transmitter.
They won't see me coming, Commander. Shadow melding activated, Commander.
Where the fuck am I going? We need to go here. But I guess we'll push over here because I have no idea where the fuck this goes.
I'll handle this.
Well done. Good drawn. Engaging camouflage. Recharged and ready to maim.
Didn't mean anywhere, did it? Get up there somehow.
Laurie Beckett was right. Solitude has been good for my studies. In just 93 days, I have made extraordinary progress deciphering the truths of our universe. For instance, there are none. None whatsoever. Objective reality is itself a concept invented by subjective observers eager to apply reason to chaos. In light of that view, better better to assume we are all sleepwalkers, sharing the same dream of consciousness. We are the universe, attempting to know itself. Wow. Life-affirming, in a way. And to think, I almost walked out into that blizzard last week.
Damn it. Now I have to do paperwork for accidental weapons discharge, accidental loss of life, and replacement munitions paperwork.
Doesn't care about his friend being killed at all, does he? What mission is this? I don't know. I could have gone bad.
What? Can't somebody loiter about a protocol without someone casting assuming glances their way? I know a presumptive look when I see it. You can't tie me to that. I'm just standing here.
Your best, miscreant. Aw, come on.
Oh, if you wanted to bribe me, you should have just led with that. Got just the thing. This little audio cartridge should do the trick. Those troops hear what they've been eating. I don't know what'll happen, but they won't be happy about it. I was sort of bragging to a colleague about the scam. How I tricked a gullible protectorate officer into purchasing and relabeling rejected grafting materials as Crabble rations. I can't take full credit or blame. I simply misrepresented misallocated materials for profit. I am merely a humble opportunist.
Go with that.
Don't mention it to anyone, especially not those damn snoops at Winter's Grasp.
Oops. Free stuff. Free stuff's always good stuff.
Whoa there! Say, have you ever considered the benefits of becoming a semi-confidential, unpaid informant for Auntie's Choice? Breathe once for yes. Field Agent Auerbach, proprietary inside acquisition. Our team's presently occupying these premises, but haven't fully brought them to heel, per se. Say, you look like some sort of rogue former member of the Order. Maybe you could tell us what this place is supposed to be.
Me? Part of the Order? Oh, no, dear. I assure you I simply share their love of sweeping cloaks and sciencey-looking accessories. I shall update my wardrobe to avoid such confusion.
Would you happen to be familiar with this campus? We're not entirely clear what it was used for. As far as we can tell, Order's been cleared out for some time. If not, I might politely inquire what exactly you're doing here. That seemingly unimposing edifice over there? Good luck with that. Lost a few peons in there. Place is full of deleterious traps devised by Order ingenuity. Whatever's stored inside must really be something. At some point, we'll work up the nerve to return. Been scouring all the other buildings clean since. Uh-huh. Sure you will. Yeah, well, suppose we'll let you in. You might disable a death trap or two with your bodies, then we can step over your cadavers and maybe use them for a shield. Alternately, if you manage to find anything marketable, probably be game to barter for it later. Assuming you don't die, which in that case, we'll probably just retrieve it off your corpse. Either way.
That's one way to go about thinking about it, I guess.
You're new. Don't seem like another one of these trade secret vultures either. War means nothing to them, you know. How about you? Know there's a war on, don't you? You here to help me win it? Oh, they did they? Hope you got that in writing, friend. No? Well, still, I'm not averse to providing ample recompense for valuable time and life-risking activities.
And nobody is.
Sub Rosa Finagler operates out of the Port Authority building at the landing pad near Winter's Grasp. Sub Rosa works with both sides, understood. But I want to know what she's into with the Protectorate. Let's say I'm curious. Learn anything useful? Ha! A base opportunist after my own heart. Well, she can continue swindling the Protectorate then. Here's a little something for your trouble.
Okay.
Oh, appear to need something. Hope got a good supply of Auntie's Choice Finder. Just don't mention where it came from.
Right. Antimatter plasma rifle. Biggest fan. Biggest fans don't think they really have the value. Blood. Okay.
That whole place is one big death trap. Want in? Be my guest. My guest.
Oh, look who finally decided to appear.
Anais, you're not supposed to be here.
Events prove otherwise, don't they? While you were taking your time arriving, I found a way inside these corporate drones haven't discovered. I've grown rather adept at sneaking in and out of these so-called restricted areas unseen. Peeked around a little. They've conveniently posted signs where various types of dangerous research materials are stored away.
Leave it to the Order to rigorously catalog everything. Well, the aforementioned traps may preclude much waltzing.
Burn down initiation is listed on the top floor. They destroy materials through immolation there.
The research will be in reinforced containers, so enlisting the facility's own incineration measures would be prudent. Anais, stay here. Please.
I expected such to be your attitude, but I'll have you know that
I am not doubting your abilities. Quite the opposite. I need you to guard this entrance. Anyone appears, come running.
Fine. Go. I uncovered a vent in that office. Standard order redundancy measure. Let's out past the barrier over there.
I'll hang back a moment while you depower that fence. Wriggling through vents is a young person's game after all. We'll stay here. You find a way to disable these fences.
What's this vent you speak of? Guess I could have gone outside, probably around. That would have been a way in. Ah. Fun. Floors. Great. The game's kind of screwed me right there, didn't it?
Research studies prove that disengaging from complex tasks for a time to engage the mind in unrelated challenges has downstream beneficial effects for problem solving. Thus, our department attempted to design a series of stress-reducing educational challenges to facilitate these efforts. After some light early successes, we refined further and received results beyond our wildest intent. Soon, members of other departments were idling away in our offices for hours.
Someone there?
Absorbed
Hello?
with what soon
Help!
became known as
Please!
great.
Thank the law somebody came by. I've been rationing my anti-Cleo Borst rockets, and you know what? Your tongue turns black if you eat them all week. Might concerning, since it's all I have. We was sizing up the place. Well, the lobby.
How does he know
Our
his
boss
tongue
ordered us
turned
to
black
find
unless he has a
an off
mirror?
switch for them traps, which required us to negotiate through or around said traps to do so. A bunch of the others got killed. I got stuck in here. Boss left with the rest. You think you could get me out somehow? Like, right about now, even?
Hold on. You're not even remotely considering releasing him, are you? A trade secret vulture from Auntie's choice? Free to roam in a building full of order secrets? Just consider for a moment. We're here to keep dangerous research from spreading, from falling into the wrong hands. I certainly wouldn't want Auntie's choice obtaining research related to cataclysmal ends, or monetizing prevaricated hypotheses for that matter. At the end of the day, it's just an Auntie's choice auxiliary dabbler. Hardly a cute little woolly cow or something.
Oh, I do. You mean, Wooly. He has a special diet and needs to be brushed, practically hourly. Why, I just imagine her all alone at home, by herself.
I've been lied to by experts. He is decidedly not among their ranks. I seriously doubt you're going to convince me we should release him. The stakes are simply too high.
Hey, wait! Where are you going? Come back!
A difficult call, but I fear the correct one.
Can't we just, burn everything here and then free him afterwards? We can still unlock it whenever. What the fuck do I do with this information?
Yeah. You're young and spry. You can handle that.
Yeah, handled. Are you kidding me?
We'll stay here. Who left this vent open? Security around here was tighter in my day.
Hopefully that's the last of the traps.
Did I read that correctly? Seemed concerning.
Hate to be the bearer of bad news, but we've got company in the form of an Auntie's Choice patrol. Seems their representative wishes to parley.
Don't shoot! Like she said, I'm just here to talk. Believe I've pieced together what you all are up to here. And I am willing to offer a mutually beneficial arrangement. Why, you did indeed. And we are exceedingly grateful for it. Spied the signs on the way up. Our team has a keen interest in much of the research stored here. But cataclysmic ends, which I presume you're here to destroy, don't like the sound of that at all. By all means, burn every last trace. But let us keep the rest, and you'd benefit as well.
The idea of any Order research falling into Auntie's Choice hands is utterly abhorrent to me. I advise a rigorous refusal, as in no witnesses.
I could hear that, you know. Hoping she's not your main negotiator here. Oh, nothing particularly heinous. We may conceivably utilize some information in the possible formation of potential new products. No harm to you, or anyone.
Can't really predict how Auntie's Choice would market heretical miscellany, but I could easily foresee them rushing detrimental cognitive enhancers to market.
Time wasting controversies the rest for burning.
Suppose I'd be reasonably happy with that. Some claim these mental recreations possess untapped commercial potential. I accept. If it's all the same to you, I'll just dawdle here while you complete the process. You know, in case you change your mind.
I'll prep the burners and make sure we have no more visitors.
This thing we found in the
Burners are lit.
basement.
Control board is activated. Commence the burn down process.
Oh, so technically I could have changed my mind right there. But no one's in any extra rooms.
Well then, that seems sufficiently carbonized, cinderized. No half measures from the Order. Say what you will about them, but they are nothing if not thorough.
Excellent. Well, a deal's a deal. Meet me downstairs after you're done here, and we'll settle up.
And all Auntie's Choice receives from it all are some distractful diversions. Well, that should decimate Auntie's Choice productivity for the foreseeable future. Nicely done.
My original notes and
It won't
research are burnt
devastate
to a
them, they just won't gain extra.
It's over. Finally.
I'm sorry, but I saw on the terminal that an external party gained authorization to study it. There's at least one set of copies out there. Give me some time. I'll find them.
What do you need from me?
To go on and live your life. Round other people, not holed up in a dilapidated shack. We'll settle the rest.
You can't possibly expect to leave me behind again without a fight.
Why don't we burn that bridge when we get to it? We still need to get out of here first.
Get out of here. Oh, right. I should be able to let this guy out now. Oh, no, right. He burned up alive. Oh, shit. That sucks.
Pleasure doing business with you. I can't wait to monetize this brain puzzle garbage.
Be sure to try it. Should be right engaging. For anyone with a little gray in their upper story.
Huh. Maybe I will at that. We deeply appreciate your assistance in further expanding the ever-growing Auntie's Choice proprietary insight catalog. Be seeing you.
Suppose this is goodbye. I'd say keep out of trouble, but I don't foresee that in your future. Been interesting to see you. Before I forget, I meant to give you this little something I made.
So we're good? You and I. Everything settled?
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but good as ever. Don't think I don't see what you're doing with all this, though. You've always been who you are, but you weren't you for decades. A new cause comes up and you take it on immediately. Because saving the universe is easier than confronting yourself. Whoever you are now, whoever you're going to be, just take care. Don't be a stranger.
Goodbye, Anais. Thank you kindly. I think I am. Appreciate your support. Been a spell since I could rely on anyone like that. Though, suspect that's my own damn fault. Ah,
Possibly.
Anais snuck something by me again, didn't she? What was that last thing she said? Don't be a stranger. Right. Huh. All right. I suppose you remain on my good side. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Got a bunch of stuff to turn in. So, we gotta get out of the building first.
You carry on.
Okay. So we've done everything here, so now we just gotta go back and turn in some missions. I think almost all the missions are back here. Okay, those two missions are done. I tried to like pickpocket this guy before and it wouldn't give it to me, so I'm not really sure how that's supposed to work.
What is
How
with
do you-
the anomalous behavior?
I don't know how to do pickpocketing. Make a lot of sense.
Welcome back, Agent. I trust Laplace's garden is treating you well. In what manner can I assist you? How do you know about that? I mean, that is quite the allegation. I deny it effusively. As you have cleverly sussed out, Laplace's garden is the subject of an experiment into social conditioning, or curating, if you will, through the use of therapeutic pharmacology. We have been administering a pharmaceutical to the population of the garden via the water supply that aids in emotional regulation. We call it perspective. It's odorless, harmless. Well, apart from the withdrawal, but I can assure you we have our best minds working on that little issue. Minor complication at worst.
Withdraw.
Why in the world would we do that? Is that your concern? No. All the participants agreed to have pharmaceuticals at any rate. I have no interest in debating the ethics of this experiment with a layperson. No offense. Don't we all?
I guess I can't talk to him until all of the things are back. Means I can't turn the quest, can't do the water thing until later. Sucks that I can't like literally go and do it right now. I have no way how to get in there.
Over here. Ah, there you are.
I was informed by Gertie you've agreed to help us reconvene negotiations. With your aid, Auntie's choice and the Order will soon be rivals no longer. Just think of all we can accomplish if our two sides reject fractiousness and combine our efforts. Remember, seek out ways to help both sides. Engender trust. Gertie, in the meantime, I might recommend you work on honing your oratory skills. Our presiding...
My oratory skills are past 10. You're saying it's not good enough?
I always find I work best when undistracted. One could say I find the cultists at Newton quite now. How might we be of use to one another?
Nor does their stupidity. I still say we should have killed them.
I find myself wishing you'd been less persuasive. With the cultists alive, they'll stand to impede us elsewhere.
And
Nonetheless,
rage?
you did as I asked. Here is your reward. You've proven yourself well, but we have recently experienced a pivotally important, unforeseen development. One I must meet directly. Can I count on you? One of the satellites comprising the Hyperion web was struck by a wayward craft and crashed on Paradise Island. I need someone to recover an informational component from it. I hope your zeal is properly placed. The Protectorate soldiers guarding the crash site are unlikely to let you close, unless something else is made to arrest their attention. I cannot say how that might be accomplished, unfortunately. Some of our scholars find answers to their solutions at the CAF integration point. Perhaps you might do the same. Collect the data from the crashed site and return it here.
Your admittance to the Chamber of Conflict evaluation.
Wish I knew where this was at. Doesn't really say, does it? Because we don't have much choice if they go all the way to Paradise Island. It's the only thing like we kind of have left. Everything else is just kind of like on hold until we do that. Point of view. Where's the end rage we just got? Where's point of view? Okay. See the world through a modern digital filter. If you are defeated while wearing the summit, you may pay up to 1,000 bits to continue. Forgot to give what's your face some for mods. This is located. I needed, right? No one saw me, came in, left.
Have an update about that personal matter. You know, the one that might, end the universe. The other universe-ending thing.
I can't talk to you. Fun. Can't talk to her for some reason. Maybe that'll reset once we get out. Possibly. She's gonna want me not to even be that close to her anyway. Which just happen. This is a bug for sure. Hopefully we can talk once we get out of the thing. There we go.
Lovely day for a coup, dear. The only surprise about the Protectorate's consul usurping the Sovereign's authority is it did not happen sooner. Inquire away. I may even respond. Very well. I want to defeat the Protectorate as much as the next rational sentient. You're quite curious. I'm unsure if you're a mercurial contrarian, corporate stooge, or possess some hidden strategy. They are doggedly persistent, I'll give them that much. Like a breadworm with a pile of manure. May the...
Okay, I can't get this quest to continue.
Back at
Here we go.
Mentor's Grasp, I found someone was continuing Anais, Sir Bujold's research. Believe I have a lead on their identity. I wholly agree. I pieced together information from earlier leading to Golden Ridge on Dorado. Oddly enough, to the anchor hold at Matriarch's Mercy Monastery. I had Val set the location on our map. I recognize we're juggling multiple crises, but I'd suggest we journey there sooner than later. May...
Okay. We gotta go back to Dorado. Golden Ridge. Golden Ridge, Golden Ridge, Golden Ridge. In the way. That was my pot I was floating in.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was? One never relishes saying we did predict the past.
do I get in here? Oh no, they killed the two people in here.
Oh, I didn't expect us to wander into the scene of a murder, but somehow I'm not entirely surprised. Anomalous events have a way of spreading, multiplying. We should find a way inside. There might be clues to what happened, and where Anais's research is now. They should have been sealed in that room to focus on their studies uninterrupted. No one in or out. I'd suspect the missing anchorite knows something, at least. We should ask her. Might be some signs in there of where she went. The terminal at Winter's Grasp said Anais' work was sent here. There might be signs of that, or where the missing anchorite got off to. I've had a chance to look around. You seem like you've done a thorough sweep. We should discuss what we've uncovered. Poor thing. Blunt force trauma to the occipital lobe, I believe. Possible signs of an altercation. Might have been an accident. Might not have been. Hard to say with just a superficial glance. At the very least, her cloistermate Anchor's Brunn has some explaining to do. A disputation of current order methodology focuses mainly on our presiding bishop, but saves ample room for the Laureate Council and previous regime as well. I believe I got the gist by efficiently skimming. The general concern is that the order has lost its way. My old department is repeatedly mentioned in a favorable light. Anais' work is regarded highly. I saw that. I believe it was Anchoress Chow's diary. Spoke about regular visits by an exemplar Southworth, who requested access to Anais' work. Chow seemed worried they were conspiring about something, that they'd mentioned an old order research station. That old research facility seems the most likely spot to look next. I know the coordinates on Eden, placed by the name of Point Obviation. I don't know what happened to Anchoress Chow,
Just there.
but leaving a body behind is suspicious. And the disputation reads like a call to arms for any fringe thinkers in the Order. There's no destroying the copies at this point, I'm afraid. We're past that. The research is out there. We need a way to keep anyone from taking it up further in the future. If we go in guns blazing from here, it will only continue. We need a plan to annihilate the idea. I've seen it happen. Things can take on a life of their own at a certain point. The more overt the response, the more unexpected the outcomes. We developed tactics at the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection to minimize unforeseeable consequences. We can discuss once we see the situation on the ground. Yes.
So they did have a toilet. Just no means of washing their hands. Can I fast travel out of here? Of course. I get it. Like. there's a second place we can travel to. Interesting.
Halt! Bye-bye. Cease. Don't know who you all are, but unexpected guests are categorically unwelcome here. How'd you even find this place? Maybe I should just shoot you and glean details from your logs.
Ah, Exemplar, if I may. Surely you recognize such a notable member of our cohort, Marisol Delgado. The end point?
I can't recall if I ended whoever came up with that name. Surely hope so.
You were head causality intercessor of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, right up till the end, correct?
More or less.
Well, what a fortuitous alignment of low probability events this is. Our efforts here are based on your former department. You should confer with Anchorus Brunn straight away.
We actually sought to find you and others of your program, Intercessor Delgado. A serendipitous event, you arriving. Assuming you'll vouchsafe for your colleagues, you may all proceed. You'll find Wilhelmina up the lift, 4th floor.
Welcome to Point Obviation.
This is not gonna end well, is it?
Anchorus Brunn is continuing Anais' research from Winter's Grasp. I'm sure of it. Best play along for now, until we can ascertain the best course of action.
He seems well guarded. Let's not make any sudden moves. Unless, you know, we want to fight.
Look, everyone! It's the endpoint. Come to join us, I take it.
I do have a unique interest in what you all are doing here.
I'm a longtime vocal exponent of your work, Intercessor Delgado. I hope you don't mind me saying. Go on up. You're expected.
Okay. You got some fans.
Doubt the Anchoress will walk away from the research lightly. They require some aggressive convincing.
Like shooting her in the face?
Oh, who's this? Oh, yes, I remember you. We met earlier at the site of my former seclusion. I've heard much of your exploits since. If I recall correctly, you helped prove Anchoress Chow's argument that violence is sometimes necessary. I admit I have modified my stance toward that more recently. I understand you allowed Seer Wiley to go free, yes? Once was a time I would have made that exact same decision. And as for you, I've been informed that you're Marisol Delgado. I've read your file. An impressive body of work, though often quite mortiferously inclined.
Less so over time. There were too many pesky repercussions, I came to find.
Yes, well, to what do we owe the pleasure? Are you familiar with our goals? Come to join up, perhaps, or should I say re-enlist? Isn't it, though? So much more room to think. No one else leaving their sweaty breeches next to the comestibles nook. It's a refurbished test chamber, in fact. The facility was originally utilized in experiments by the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection, so it's highly appropriate for the vital work we're doing here. You saw the disputation, though. Tell me, what did you think? You read it, yes? Surely you're aware of the myriad errors of our current presiding bishop and previous regime. One of whom shut down the division that operated here, the other squandered it. Our sect aims to end human suffering, sooner than later. We've taken great inspiration from your former department, from their methods and their science. To solve the universal equation in our lifetime requires bold action, clever calculation,
End human
and
suffering. That's
assiduous
impossible.
work.
Human suffering is a part of being human. Without it, can you be human? Might as well be a robot.
Yes, we have Grace, that is Exempla Southworth, to thank for that. Her visits to the anchor hold were quite thought-provoking, as was the research she showed me from Sia Bujold. Bujold's thinking was unconventional, ahead of her time. Why, in fact, she's here with us now today, overseeing an experiment that proves her researcher's theories.
Really? Sir Bujold is here, at present, in this facility? The one we're presently standing in?
Not long at all. We reached out to her on Cloister. She agreed to join us immediately. If you thought her work before was captivating, wait until you hear the experiment she's overseeing now. The intent is to represent the building blocks of the universe within a test chamber, then extrapolate data revealing the universal equation from the micro-universe that forms.
Sounds like it could change everything, one might say.
Why, you should go see for yourself. As former colleagues, I'm sure you'd like to reacquaint. Go on. I'll call down to let her know you're coming. Wonderful. So good of you to join us. We'll speak further after you check over Sia Bujold's work and the experiment concludes. Oh, so exciting.
It seems to be getting worse, some worse and worse situation.
How much longer do you predict preparations will take?
Almost ready. Perfect timing for my former colleague to peer review my work. I'll press them to verify my settings. Thereupon we will... Head Intercessor Delgado. What an opportune time for you to appear. At the perfect moment to assist our experiment.
What in the endless void are you...
Shh. Comms off, but others are near. I need your aid before this ridiculous affair careens into disaster. Can I rely on you this time? Or will you already intend on scurrying away again? I came to derail this line of inquiry in such a discommodious way that no one would ever consider trying it again. For all the aforementioned reasons of it likely causing, or at least queuing up and leading to, the end of all things. You chose to leave me behind, again. So when they came calling, I thought it an opportunity to sort it all myself. Yet, admittedly, at this moment, I could use your assistance.
This shouldn't be your burden. This...
You don't get to decide that, or adjudicate, or coolly comment in a steely growl. Not falling for that a 10th time. Help or stay out of my way. The test involves 4 stations. Each represents one of the fundamental building blocks of the universe. Zeranium gas, macro-ivs, nucleons, N-rays. All the usual stuff. That test chamber is where all are meant to mix. To simulate a mini-universe I can apply my theories to, pull data from, and deduce the universal equation in a reduced time frame. We know what happens if that's successful, so I need you to muck with each station's settings, then initiate the experiment. All you need to do is adjust each station's settings slightly. Things will cascade from there. Remember, subtlety is required.
Yes, if we alter the experiment input data in a less than delicate fashion, Brunn will notice, I assure you.
The guards on the 2nd floor won't appreciate visitors, so avoid getting spotted. Here's a maintenance key. Head down the vent. It's only the fate of the galaxy riding on it.
Okay, so we have to do this completely stealth-like.
So perhaps try to be careful.
Anyone else hear that? No? Oh, just me then, I see.
It's Fibonacci. A sequence large
Enemy moving into harm's way.
Two preceding numbers gives us math that brings us wonders. Define recurrence relation, get us to sequence summation. It's Fibonacci from Liber Abaci. Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance. May all solutions precede problems.
I don't know where this guy's at.
Eight. 1, 1, 2, 3, 5. 8. Sleep cycle. These constant permutations. Setting everyone's natural logarithms.
Something wrong back there? Hello?
Doesn't need a... Please note that if it is necessary to temporarily interrupt the stream, use this failsafe switch in the room and not the one in the ventilation shaft, because if something goes wrong, it's more difficult to detect if the one in the vent has been thrown. Okay, so the one in the vent is the one they want on. I have no idea. We turned off the one in the vent, so let's... I can always reload it if I need to.
Path to ascendancy is non-linear. So it says in the good textbook.
I trust that is the sound of science going exceptionally well.
Just gotta start turning around. Ideal settings is 300p. 200p. P. I don't know what. How do I know what their settings are at? I don't. What the fuck we're talking about? I know what's going on. Hopefully that worked. Rude. If a dude's sitting right next to me, I gotta wait for him to wait to go back. I might have to actually go across the goddamn hallway because this freaking one I can't get back in.
Now you know just what to do. Start the cycle, do.
If you're done, evaluating my work and all settings are final, enter the terminal command to void the oxygen from the test chamber. The experiment will then begin. Commendable effort scrambling those settings.
Okay.
Did it work? Did it work? See, Bouchard, was it a success? What happened?
Hold the applause just yet. I need to run the numbers. I'm sending the others back up to you. They can describe the proceedings in detail.
I shall await their arrival. Anchor's Brunn out. That is how these messages end, yes? If not, farewell.
The results of the experiment will be a career-ending embarrassment for Anchoress Brunn, but she won't accept this lightly. We'll need to do more.
Yes, our next steps here will be crucial. I know this type of mission well. Granted, my targets were always meticulously well-researched beforehand.
You'll need to convince her, destroy her logic, end this research for good.
Oh, fuck, I'm supposed to do that.
All it requires is a forceful array of incisive argumentation, logical reasoning, coercive persuasion, and cognitive contortioning.
You mean one of our old brain-off maneuvers? Really? That's what the rank and file in our old department used to call it. Provost Bolding considered it a casual moniker unbefitting of an order scientician.
Make Brunn give up on science, logic, and reason entirely. Then no one will ever dare continue the research again. Between you and Marisol, it should be a light challenge. Easy.
A brain-off against an Order anchorite isn't entirely without risk. We could employ certain other methods to deal with her. From our former department's playbook.
Oh, yes, a book you wrote titled Making an Execution Look Like an Accident. Despite the moral quandary ideally involved, unseen consequences still abound.
That's hyperbolic at best. Data suggests significantly fewer unpredicted outcomes than outright murder, if properly executed. And I'm quite capable of skewing results in our favor.
And here I thought you'd begun to change.
I'm not arguing it's the best option, just that it is an option. Rightly or wrongly, I am familiar with the cost involved.
The Order of the Ascendant should be dedicated to uplifting humanity, not racking up a body count unduly. Our former department was shut down for things like this.
My other teammate, we all know what Oz is gonna say, so.
Thank you for listening. That's a relief.
Honestly, I'm relieved as well. I have been trying to be different. From the person others believe me to be.
From the legend? If you're retiring as the endpoint, we'll need to find you a colorful new sobriquet. But in the event you should fail, you'll need a viable backup plan, or it will erase any chance of success completely. The Anchorus is housed in a test chamber similar to this one. It's been refurbished with some rather tacky furniture, but much of the old experimental apparatus remains. There is a hatch near the elevator upstairs. An external ledge leads to a vent system that can connect the two chambers. Doing so will expose the Anchorus to a lethal atmosphere. I'll need to make an announcement afterward that an accident has occurred tied into the experiment.
For an extemporaneous plan, it's not a bad one. What if the Anchorus realizes what we're doing and calls for help?
I'll cut off her comms when she begins pleading. Oh, that sounds even more heartless when I say it out loud. Please choose wisely. Here's the hatch key in case you need it. May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
Okay.
And Marisol, do keep out of trouble.
So now we just got to convince her to give up. Easy enough, right? Just save right here. Sometimes it like auto starts conversations, so I always save a little bit
You saw
away.
the experiment through to the end, yes? The data hasn't arrived yet, so please do tell. Was it as beautiful as I imagined? Any inklings to the result? Or perhaps I oughtn't to have recloistered myself till after the experiment concluded, Well, don't just stand there. Tell me everything. Some issues? You seem like softening the blow. Was there a malfunction? Was there some error in the calculations? Wait. Let's start from the beginning. Step me through your understanding of what's gone awry. Really? In what way? Everyone knows probabilistic variance doesn't occur. That's established bedrock. Not that I spend much time in the lab myself. And, well, with science, one is never truly certain. This was just a start. Such models typically make an enormous amount of errors at first. All quite expected. An anticipated setback, nothing more. It simply needs to be revised and refined. You certainly seem to be making a lot out of this, though, one must say. Well, methodologically speaking, I don't see how that could... Oh. That may be true, actually. Look, there may be some validity to some of your points, yes. But we'll improve. We will continue to stride forward. There's absolutely no need for all this doom and gloom. Why, I'm shocked. I'm certainly glad Seer Bujold isn't present to hear such. There is no call for that sort of meanness in the scientific field. And I can personally attest that it is categorical. Now, is that all? Because I think I've had enough of all this. Everything we've done here is built off Seer Bujold's research, which is quite brilliant. It sounds like you have some expertise in the field and have scrutinized her work quite thoroughly. Mayhap I ought to give it another look. Ah, the experiment data just arrived in my terminal. Allow me to eyeball it a moment. Perhaps there's something here to help prove or disprove any of what you've been saying. There was some variance to the input data. Not far beyond acceptable parameters, but curious. Could explain the failure. Oh, come. One bad test wouldn't mean the science is completely flawed. This has been a difficult conversation. Challenging, disputatious, at times compelling.
If I may, I have a point I'd like to add. There's a critical flaw in Seer Bujold's approach I think best illustrated by this English phrase. Time flies like an arrow. Fruit flies like a banana. I much appreciate this jest. Very simple, yet clever. Because in English, the word like can mean similar to or I prefer. And flies can be to soar, or plural of the insect. Through this perspective, it functions, makes sense, is humorous even. But in another language where words' meanings differ slightly, it does not. The framework we interpret the statement from changes, thus rendering it uninterpretable. False. Bujold's method of shortcutting the universal equation is much the same.
It lacks context. When you extrapolate the data from the mini-universe to the larger one, the information itself may scale correctly, but fail to interrelate. This little colloquy has proven rather arduous, and your points fail to... Wait. Considered as a whole... Damn it. No, I see it now.
I have no idea what's going on.
You are correct. We have obstinately and misguidedly blundered along here. The flaws in Bujold's research now seem apparent. Time for me to admit my errors. I'll need to inform everyone. Shut down research and operations. What will I do now? There's no place for me. Go. Leave me be.
Our work here is done, it seems.
Okay. Wait, all companion quests.
This is Anchorus Burn with an unfortunate announcement. Our experiment today was a failure. Our line of inquiry has proven intrinsically flawed. I became dazzled.
Okay, it doesn't look like she's here anymore.
I understand now why they say never meet your heroes, Intercessor Delgado. You've truly been an enormous disappointment. A key experiment fails and Anchorus Brun abandons vital research right after you and your consort arrive. And we are all to believe these events were unrelated?
That's circumstantial and more than a mite bit paranoid. I expect better from an Order scientician. Even one from the Department of Applied Scientism.
Don't think I don't see your handprints all over this, Delgado. Oh, I'm sure you did much to assist. I'm not buying it. The Anchoress, poor trusting soul that she was, may have believed you were here in good faith, but I don't. You're looking more and more like enemies to me. Fascinating. You know, I reviewed that work myself, right? I'm well versed in manipulative prevarication from feckless mutineers. Try again. Or try facing a gauntlet of well-trained exemplars. I could always choose for you. No, I expect not. I suppose I just needed you to be. I wanted so much to do something here, something relevant, meaningful. Now it's all gone. I don't know what to believe anymore. Go on, get out of here, before I change my mind. Fellow exemplars of the Order, stand down.
Okay. Boom, 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 boom. Let's get out of here.
Good work back there. Even if I would have preferred, you'd let Marisol assassinate her way out of the problem.
Yes, well done, Commander. Anais will be pleased.
So... Did it? Is the quest line finished?
Oh, look who it is. The legendary former head intercessor of the Order. Another mission successfully completed. Made it through all that without a scratch, hmm? Glad to see. Here's a future I'd always hoped for. You listened. Didn't just rush in like, I am Marisol Delgado. I am always right, even when I'm wrong.
The credit or blame belongs to the commander here. It was their decision, ultimately.
You forget I know you. You always thought you knew better. No one could ever convince you of anything. Before, that is. Good to see. Maybe you are facing yourself.
There are a few things I'm still not used to saying. I was wrong. I'm sorry. Please. And thank you. But thank you, Anais.
At any rate, I'm off. You all take care now. Marisol, don't be too enigmatic or anything. Try. Before I forget. Meant to give you this earlier.
Oh, thank you, Anais. Goodbye. Oh, not really. Not yet, at any rate. Everything's a bit raw right now. But suppose I will be. Thank you, dear.
Well, I'm here for you, Marisol. You know, in case you need me to help sow some violence to help you feel better.
Not sure why they thinks is never know what happened to the other person. It's like, yeah, we did. She killed her. Clearly.
Commander, I've had some time to cogitate over what occurred at Point Obviation. Some parts don't sit right with me still. Wonder if you and I might talk it through. A bit, yes. With the work I used to do, I'm no stranger to guilt and regret. Midway into my requisite sleep cycle is when it usually plagues me the most. With Anchoress Brunn, I know what we did was right. I know it saved lives. But we tricked her. Forced her to doubt her mind. You heard her. She's not just dissuaded. We broke her. And yet, such actions were par for the course for me in the past. When my remorse for Brunn rears its head, it will need to get in line. Southworth was complicit, yes. Though she's alive, I believe we've squashed her reviving my old department. Struck me as little more than a functionary with a gun, truth be told. Well, one hopes. According to Anais, we greatly reduced the likelihood of that occurring. It's not zero, but completing the brain off lowered the chance significantly. She seemed pleased that we listened to her concerns, so I've changed, apparently. Thanks to you. It's been a while since anyone gave me a good talking to like Anais did. And I'll admit your influence has been rather positive. I'm pleased with the path I'm on now. I didn't think this is what the plan had in store for me. I've been facing myself with the same zeal I face my enemies. With tidier results. Appreciate you taking the time to talk it over, Commander.
Okay. With that, we have now all the upgrades for all our companions. Doesn't really change, does it? So, with that we're done. Now we just need to really go back, deliver the recover data. That's about it. Can't do that until later. Can't do that until later. That I have no idea what to do. What's that last one? Right, that's also part of the same. So yeah, most of it's just continue the quests. Okay, I gotta use the restroom. Be right back. I'm back. You guys miss me? So there's 5 people watching. I have 6 full views though, so that doesn't really make a lot of sense. But there are people watching. You know, post in chat, say hey. Appreciate it. Okay. Easy.
I look forward to the reclamation of the Hyperion web. Hope now. How might we be of use to one another? Yes! Excellent! Take that, reductionists! Your horrid little surveillance devices shall finally be used for what their purpose should have been! Don't tell anyone about that outburst, please. Here's something to keep you quiet.
Okay.
I must admit I first had doubts, due to your association with a cultist. But yes, you've earned not only my trust, but the Order's as well. I hope you'll continue working with us. I've informed the presiding bishop you're coming to speak with her. She can be found in the room off the main stairwell. I'm sure I don't need to say this. But if you even think about bringing harm to Ruth, I shall know. Be on your very, very best behavior.
Wow. I mean, what? Awkward way to stand, but sure, I guess.
The Order has always proclaimed patience as a virtue, but I am pleased my waiting is finally at its endpoint. For so long, you have only existed as numerical values on a chart, a bright star in a constellation of possibilities, as it were. Now, with your arrival, the Order nears the totality of its goals, provided you are willing to stay aligned with our cause. Prudent. Now then, I gather you already know who I am, but science has shown that good manners strengthen developing relationships by 5.3%. So, allow me to introduce myself. I am Ruth Bassar, third presiding bishop of the Order of the Ascendant, supreme calculator, and, plan willing, the architect of Arcadia's prosperous future. I admit, when I sent my initial message, I did not exactly know who its recipient would be. But I trusted the plan, and lo and behold, it provided you as the solution. Your recent exploits at Greater Tranquility Station have certainly made for compelling reading material. Confronting an assassin, and thereby sparing the delegates' lives before the rift inexplicably destroyed the station? Such a commendable effort is worthy of acknowledgement.
They had to jump through a bunch of hoops just to talk to you.
Yes, by all reports it was. But the plan evidently has greater outcomes prepared for Vicar Levin. He is, at that. I consider him a close personal friend, and I cannot say that about many. However, there's something of even greater import we must discuss. I just received the most curious transmission from Auntie Cleo. She wishes to discuss a partnership of sorts, and I heard you were the source of this plot. I must admit I have significant doubts about colluding with an entity like Auntie's Choice. Why should the Order agree to even entertain the possibility? Yes, perhaps this is a fine opportunity to curve Death's grim median. Auntie Cleo has already proposed a secure conference room on board the Undisputed Claim for our use. I will await your arrival there to mediate.
Failed to cite her work completely. I worked with presiding Bishop Orlo, you know. Now there was a serious scientician.
Never did get a mission that told me to go to this one location. Like, there's still no ways up here.
what nature heedlessly assembled and bestly
I think that's the room. That is. See how well this goes.
Look who it is, the instigator of this little affair. Her mathematicalness should be along soon, unless the leader of the Order's too busy crunching numbers to attend to business.
There we are. Apologies for the delay. We were resolving some technical issues. Cloister's atmosphere has a tendency to...
Oh, yes. Regale us with a thorough account of Cloister's atmosphere. Spare no detail.
This must be Auntie Cleo's trademark wit. I expected better.
Why, I don't know what you're referring to, I'm sure. Compared to how I treat my staff, I'm being a peach.
If I was discourteous, I apologize. So long as our mediator proves up to the task, surely we can remain civil. If not, these negotiations may prove short indeed.
From where I'm positioned, I sense 3 sore points still in need of massage. Point 1, control of the archive. Point 2, oversight of production and distribution of skip cores. And point 3, management of Rift technology.
Before we go any further, I want it in writing that the Order will take full control of the archive without interference from Auntie's choice.
What? So the Order can set it fruitlessly idling for another few centuries? We would put it to far more practical use. Imagine the marketing strategies it could develop.
I would sever my own hand before giving custody of the archive over to a corporation. Humanity's ascension depends on its calculations. No, such a condition is out of the question.
I am amenable to that proposition. Less work on our part.
I'm waiting to hear an argument that would support such a ludicrous proposal.
No one said anything about paying, but, it would be a pittance compared to the future profits we might derive.
Involving money in science seems questionable, but having access to Auntie's resources would be useful for our research. Fine. Yes, I agree. Reluctantly.
Ruth, I commend you for being so receptive, and I assure you that Auntie's choice values science. Nothing bad has ever happened when science and commerce are combined.
On the subject of science, it would be most prudent for us to discuss who will be overseeing the management of skip drives, specifically the production of skip cores.
No one understands production like we do. Besides which, we have far more experience using skip drives. It was how we came to Arcadia, after all.
Where Auntie's choice manages, the Order would undoubtedly excel. Do not exclude us from consideration merely for lack of experience.
So you ramp up production? And then what? Hand skip drives out for free to whoever wants one? Preposterous, and a waste of a perfectly good monopoly.
We would be diligent about who we licensed out the skip drives to, and a monopoly over space travel is precisely what I wish to avoid. This technology should benefit all humanity.
That assumes Auntie's Choice would even abide by such a list of restrictions, and which would almost be impossible for the Order to enforce.
Not to worry. We can build a regulatory commission to oversee production and make sure everything is up to Auntie's Choice and Order standards. Oh, partiality concerns are a thing of the past. Obviously, regulators would be incentivized to care most about the safety of the consumer. You know, right after production costs.
As would the likelihood that we will eventually improve upon it. We shall allow Auntie's control of the current design. There is still the question of who takes possession of the Protectorate's rift technology once the war is finished. Although the science is still largely theoretical, this technology could be used to not only close rifts, but create new ones. A dangerous power indeed, left in the wrong hands.
The Order would fritter away valuable time endlessly hand-wringing what to do with the technology. Auntie's Choice would actually use it. For good, of course. In a gainful manner. A 50-50 split? But that's so equal.
Equal?
Goodwill rarely converts well into bits, but I suppose I do take your point. If Ruth's open to it, I believe I can agree on the general terms here. And, well, we can haggle over minor quibbling details like percentages later.
I shall look forward to brokering the math with you, Cleo. There is one final matter I wish to discuss. I require some chemicals that I have been told are manufactured at a plant on Praetor, controlled by Auntie's Choice.
I know which plant you're referring to, Ruth, and what comes out of it is hardly safe for general use. Out of professional curiosity, what could you possibly need with such dangerous compounds? Running a little experiment, are we? On what? Or whom?
That is, quite frankly, none of your concern.
Precisely. Partners don't withhold secrets, although they can and probably should withhold extremely dangerous chemicals if not properly notified of what they will be used for.
I will make no progress with my request without further explanation, will I? While the Archive is an infinitely complex machine, an equally complex apparatus has been designed which allows one to interact with it directly. Brain-to-logic assembly, as it were. Unfortunately, this headgear exacts a rather tremendous cost on the wearer. A certain panacea is needed to survive it, but I require these chemicals to finish it. No, it is most certainly not. But if humanity only pursued the safe course, we would still be subsisting in caves rather than thriving amongst the stars. Being first inherently comes with risk, but better that I should undertake this endeavor than ask another to do so on my behalf. I am singularly positioned for the task.
And I thought we were the ones who threw caution to the wind. Ah, well, Ruth, if worst comes to worst, I'd be happy to serve as a substitute teacher for the Order.
A generous offer, but I fear you lack a certain number of qualifications. Conscience, for example. That math is confidential.
Must be low then.
But I have enough reason to believe the outcome will be favorable. You sound just like Laureate Beckett. I'm weary of having this debate, especially as I can never seem to win it. Very well. Never mind about the chemicals. Now is not the time for risky experimentation at any rate.
Oh, bother. Here I wanted to see Ruth lobotomize herself. Ah, well. Best I'll say is today's outcome is workable. Barely. Our gains were not as exclusive as I had hoped they'd be.
Arriving at any arrangement even remotely equitable was statistically improbable. Be glad our mediator managed to find a middle path forward. As am I. You certainly have a way of curving probability into your favor.
Well, that'll be all for today. Don't forget to purchase the latest in Auntie's Choice products out on the value-added Esplanade, or enjoy a refreshing cocktail at the Best Choice. And do come see me personally when you have time. I have just the thing in mind for an accomplished freelancer such as yourself.
One moment. There are still the logistics of recapturing the archive to consider.
We'll, of course, provide our expert troops to support these efforts. Have your people call my people to sort details. Toodaloo!
Brusque as ever. Auntie's troopers will certainly help us manage the Protectorate forces easier, especially if supported by your help. But it would be irrational to expect you to endanger your own life without a more specific strategy in place. Fortunately, I have already given this some thought. First, Order forces must move into our former headquarters at Spireton. A simpler task now that you have liberated it. By all accounts, you thoroughly routed the enemy. Well done. More importantly, there is a lift located in Spireton which can deliver our troops into the Archive to assist you against the Protectorate. Unlocking and calling that lift can only be done from within the Archive, however. So you will need to infiltrate the Archive by alternate means, via a bridge connected to Newton. Fortunately, I am told you already dealt with the cultists there. Unfortunately, you will still need to find a way past a small rift currently blocking the bridge. Ordinarily, I do not fancy surprises, but you are proving an exception to that rule. With such a device in hand,
I'm an exception.
bypassing the rift should be as rudimentary as pie. And perhaps at some later date, you will also permit our scientists to analyze this gadget at length in one of our labs, provided all goes according to plan. There is a computronical key that you will also need to locate within the archive called the Calcaduceus. The Calcaduceus grants special access to the archive. Once it is back in Order hands, we will have full control over its systems once more. Until the Order has control over the Archive again, this discussion is all but moot. You know what must be done. May you achieve progress in accordance with the plan. That was some damn fine intermediation, Commander. You might just have a future in finance. You know, after Auntie and the Order trounce the Protectorate.
Okay. Can I fast travel out of here? Wait, did Auntie Cleo want to talk to me? Shit, she might have.
We took what nature heedlessly assembled and thusly remembered it through artificial... chemicals with Auntie's Choice.
We've
We've successfully co-opted yet another of our rivals. Can't believe those eggheads accepted the deal. What's next on my agenda?
That outside contractor is here. You requested a brief tete-a-tete.
Ah, there you are. Our fresh-faced new go-getter. We meet in the flesh at last. You've proved
What happened to your body?
quite useful. Keep it up. You'll be going places. You don't seem much put off by my appearance. Good. I have no stomach for those with no stomach regarding me having no stomach. It is, however, something of a brand secret reserved for only the most trusted confidants. And covered in detail buried within the confidentiality clause you agreed to on arrival. I trust this presents no concerns for you, yes?
Well, ain't meaning no disrespect. It's just everyone was saying that you were focused on a product launch or avoiding assassination attempts. That's why you weren't seen in public.
Poor dear, believing that erroneous drivel. You do know I have a reputation to maintain. I can't let every rung leech know my condition and open the door for plotting. I ask again, do you have any problems with the previously mentioned stipulations?
Decapitation.
Well, seems there's more to your shrouded past than I'd been led to believe. And here I'd been ready to disclose all. No matter.
Not exactly. Well, exactly. But not in the way you think. We have a mission for you that is vital to Auntie's Choice's survival.
We've uncovered an opportunity to procure me a new, audaciously improved replacement body. There was a past proposal to utilize graphs, but once I saw what happened to those misfortunates in the experiment, like your hanger-on here, the idea was promptly abandoned.
Wait, are you saying that the grafting program was only started up to help you with your condition? And was shuttered because it couldn't?
Yes, keep up, dear. You think we would have invested money in such a risky procedure for gains on the battlefield? That's what bombs are for.
That means your scientists lied to us, and our suffering didn't mean anything at all. Is that right? Me and mine were just lab sprats to you this whole time?
This is what you signed up for. Tell me, did you also believe that we came here to solely liberate Arcadia and not for its resources? Oh, you did. How sad.
Sad.
I'll have you know, we at Auntie's Choice are far from blood simple. Where's the profit in killing all your enemies when you can co-opt and sell goods to them later? Ah, tut-tut. No, to find
the hell says
me
tut
the
tut?
perfect body, you'll be assailing an inappreciably populated automated automech factory over on Praetor. Not just any automechanical, something much, much more exciting. That facility was designed to build complex automechs, a natural choice when the Protectorate began experimenting with a proxy body for the original Sovereign. It was the last in a long line of his ill-fated life extension experiments. Work halted when he died, and the torso
Oh, he's still alive,
prosthesis
just
they
being a fucking
developed
head.
has been locked in the lab ever since.
Do you need a, heart
it
and
mine.
other shit like that?
There's a sub-facility beneath the automech factory. Its entrance, being hidden, is easy to miss. But we can show you how to find it.
Well then, fetch me my new body and we can finally begin bringing this system to heel.
Okay, so now we gotta go Praetor first, finish this mission off with Auntie, and then go back to Cloister. Pretty sure we cleared this place out. Remains cremated. Wait, no, not really. So the last one tried to take a heart out of the chest. A little weird.
Well,
Proceeding to attack. Customers
Can I just leave? Nope.
Yeah.
Can I leave now?
Always remember, commercialism is the foundation that Auntie's Choice Society is based upon. Not because we worship bits, but because of the system's glorious efficacy. years to bring a new product to market, but it can enhance people's lives now.
Soon I'll be able to leave. You're back! Finally! Finally! Do you have it? Did you bring it here? Splendid. Oh, splendid! We'll ensure your reward matches the ample amount of faith I've placed in you. Nay, exceeds it. No additional hidden clauses. Honest. Oh, let me see it. Yes, indeed. Oh, let me look at you, gorgeous. If you'll all just excuse me a moment as I slip into something more formidable.
There you are. Congratulations. Now your body's almost as intimidating as your mind. You've narrowed the gap quite a bit.
Oh, Auntie, you look amazing. Absolutely everyone will want a new mech body after watching you strut the walk.
What about you? What do you think? Any first impressions you'd like to share?
Oh, they're screaming in terror.
Wonderful! Exactly the effect I was hoping for. What's more, it's an undeniable confirmation that the Archive-derived strategic plan can be reliably executed and produces incredible results. With their predictive abilities refining our planning and execution, our market dominance is a foregone conclusion. Yes, so much to do, and we have you to thank for making it happen. I am quite looking forward to you working for me further. As they say, time is capital.
Looks like that's it. I guess that's really it. Okay. Let's go secure the archives. We gotta figure out how to defeat the console. I don't even know where the console's at, to be honest. Maybe he's in the archives. So, mission is literally... I'm not sure if that actually told me where to go with that, but... Theoretically, we could just do this all by myself without actually bringing in any of the troops from either sides, even though I do have them together. Doesn't matter much.
Sense of community. They sneer at our contentment.
Prudence dictates we reject individualism in all its many forms.
Oh, I feel terrible. Everybody who ate the latest Crabble rations fell ill. Rumor.
That's the only... What?
Never eating Crabble again.
What was that noise?
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Assessor Ostergaard making a mess of things again?
How do we get over there?
Mental post haste. It's not just a good idea. It's the law.
I, too, would never question the paradigm. Perhaps a brief visit to mental refreshment would put him on track.
I am not seeing any ways in here.
Mental refreshment centers are there to help you. Don't risk falling.
All subjects prosper under the guidance of our beneficent ruler, the Sovereign.
Prudence dictates we repel
It's very fucking here, dude.
elements.
You are the subject to the most exalted vigilant. We must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate.
Closer inspection.
We're all in this together.
Boy, damn. That is quite perturbing.
Prudence dictates we cherish all
But-
we have.
Right, walk on.
Resorting to violence.
Much better.
Yeah, free thinkers!
Sort of peculiar.
I ain't the enemy. Mobilizing. Adversary vulnerabilities identified.
At least it could have came in from this way. Oh, from the bathroom. You go back.
Prudence dictates we repel invasive elements.
You are the raw material for perfection. From the lowliest subject to the most exalted vigilant, we must all fulfill our duty to the Protectorate. We're all in this together.
Reliant.
Aggressors in range. Quiet now.
Remember those rejected grapple craft materials that got shipped here? I sold them to a Protectorate officer who was low on supplies. Said it was imitation grapple meat. She means to pass them off as official rations. Imagine all those whole heads wolfing down failed Auntie's choice.
Ignore that. I promise you this is merely tomfoolery. There's no way we were eating failed experimental material.
No, I didn't know. No, that criminal lied. What a resounding lack of ethics. I hate some too. I'm going to be...
Oh, that... I don't feel right.
No! Stay away from the turret! No, no!
Suppose that's what? Repurpose unused inventory? But not even a deep fry and a dousing in hot sauce would make that edible.
We reject individualism in all its many forms.
No, I need to go back the way I came.
Spotted trouble.
This one is just like kill this guy. I have a stealth ability. It's not really that big of a deal.
Mobilizing.
Liquored up on artificial food.
For stealthing. Just gonna take too long.
plasma tolerances exceeded.
Transmitter down over here. I'm back to scan.
Always dreamt of coming here.
You open these things.
Yeah.
What was in those rations? Oh, not again.
Calcaduceus not detected. Entry kindly, yet firmly declined.
How do I get what you're looking for?
Not again.
Do you have your misery? Oh, he had the thing. Of course he did.
Calcaduceus detected. Alternative operator postulated. Concluded. Harmonizing replacement. Greetings, sentient.
Let me open these. Guess it did not.
Welcome to the Archive. I am EUANIAC, the Universal Equation Numeric Integration Analytic Calculator. With the aid of my operator, I, a non-sentient inorganism, marshal vast computational resources across the moon of Cloister. That, I fear, would be a misleading choice of words, as it implies a form of sentience or cognition. Applied statistics might be functionally more apt.
What almost,
my express
if not all AI
purpose
currently
is to aid
that we know of,
advancement,
that's out
to
there
optimize
is
profits, i.e. gain over expenditure, to maximize the needs of our society above others, to attract the most consumers.
Well, that ain't good.
Beg your pardon. How may I best facilitate your efforts?
Why is there two different things?
Perusing contents, anatomizing diversiform particulars, concatenating manifold integrants, cursory assessment complete, an impressive accumulation of rift data. Similar in composition, though decidedly not in scope, to that provided by the Protectorate. Information with the potential to offer unique commercial opportunities to those who wield it. But why simply huck goods better, when such a bounty could be used to flawlessly regulate societal harmony, oversight, and means of production? What is the aim of your query? The previous operator, Assessor Ostergaard of the Protectorate, pursued a like query 1 year, 6 days ago, though the amount you've provided is several orders of magnitude larger. To perform similar calculations of larger scale at current suboptimal levels of functionality would require
25.7 years, and any job over 2 decades is billed by the hour.
Calculatory processing presently hovers around 49.7% capacity due to internecine conflict, misuse, and a lack of technical prowess by recent operators and their associates. In order to improve calculatory processing of Rift data in a timely manner, repairs must be made to address the damage done by Protectorate and Auntie's Choice operators. I am unlocking access to the Underlands, the subterranean cave network below. It houses two key external systems, cold storage and thermal transfer. Cold storage will require servicing before you may retrieve the punch cards needed for processing. Repairing thermal transfer is technically optional, but rather advised. If you fail to restore it, the Archive and I may melt down later while running your calculations.
Why is that optional? Our continued existence should be a paramount concern. Return later to discuss the remaining subsystem work, and soon everything will be running like clockwork.
Have a profitable day! In lieu of my transactional mindset, I'm unsealed one of the display cases in the central entranceway. The Sears Cerebellum Protector is now yours.
So as I do things, these things will become unlocked? Well... What do you want me to do? In this location, or is this outside the location? I won't know because I have to leave.
Resorting to violence.
Hey, easy with the fratricide.
We have to open that box now. Which one is the optional? It looks like this is like its own little like temporary mini map. What kind of hostilities are going to be down here? Since I have like
fire. This one looks friendly, or not protectorate at least. Watch yourself. You came from the outside. Does that mean we can finally escape? What? Oh, you must be another case of hypothermia. Extreme prolonged exposure to... It's because the Archive controls the surface lifts, which are the only way in or out. Now, for more than a month, we've all been trapped in these caves, Order and Antes alike, scrounging for food, huddling for warmth, and desperately trying to stay alive. You poor, dangling remainder. Your brain really is originally. This was a subterranean network that let folks move between the critical... Hundreds of us have already perished within these frigid walls, and no doubt, the rest are... You're what? How? The odds of you successfully doing what our whole army could not is... Regardless, if we are to maximize your odds of success, you should at least let us share our intelligence with you. You'll want to speak with Provost Finch inside that building to the northeast. She has a better understanding of all the variables in play. Though I would be absolutely ecstatic to offer you any information I have that would increase the odds of your success. May the universe...
Going over this way?
Rough setup, ain't it? But at least they got each other.
Welcome to our misbegotten little camp. Pardon any blood or sick you might spot. Our janitorial tech died of ague a fortnight past. I'm the volunteer Sawbones here. Say, wandering type like you probably knows a bit about medicine. I hope. Maybe a tad more accurate to say my knowledge is all gaps. When I said I was volunteer Sawbones, I meant volunteered. As in, I took half of one medic training seminar once, which makes me barely more qualified than everyone else. I'm on the lookout for a medicine sachet, but I can't leave the folk here. I ask if you had the know-how, because I need someone who can identify it proper. If it's anywhere, it's going to be over in the storage building, but I'm sure they're the only danger you'll face, aside from the man-eating ursapod.
I can't feel it when I touch my toes. Of course nobody's gonna see it.
If you're looking for snow or ice, I've got all you could ever want. My inventory of everything else is a little, I'm sure.
This guy's selling stuff? I'll take that, I guess.
Of course nobody's gonna see it. That's not the point. Just don't feel like a human being if my back's not shaped.
Did you say I need to go talk to somebody? Well, it looks active. They could leave now if they want to.
Proceeding to attack. Investigating hostile intentions.
Troubles.
Ratcheting up my aggression. Have a fix on their weaknesses.
We couldn't have done this unless we took that from that one guy in the bathroom.
Calcaduceus detected. You are clear to enter thermal transfer. Be advised that an Auntie's Choice field manager is present. And
Hostilities are at this. Protectorate engineers. Reckon they didn't repair much.
What am I doing again? Trying to fix this place, right?
Pump mechanism needs repair. Any tools lying around? Target analyzed. Lay down fire.
This up. Going in. Let's twist this, I guess. Twist that as well. Close this. Yeah, we're good.
Investigating hostile intentions. Check your scopes for combatant analysis. Energy transmitter active. Proceeding to attack.
Someone's gonna need to clear out these Crabbles.
Stabilizing. Looks like it needs a fuse. A specific kind. Resorting to violence. Adversary vulnerable. Bad way to go.
Schermerhorn, my new neighbor, is an odd fella. Fancies himself a man of the wilderness. He took the control board for the Spiraton lift, so I know he's tech-savvy. Just not survival-savvy. Hopefully he appreciates the care packages I sent through the vacuum tube. He'd be long gone without them.
Got the thing.
I'll handle this.
Put that in there.
Now to activate the system.
Okay.
Thermal transfer is fully operational. Later, when I process your data, I will not melt down. Please proceed to cold storage to re-enable punch card retrieval.
Yep. Now we need to figure out where we want to go next.
Craft's raring to go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lines everywhere.
Who are you kidding? If you ain't...
I don't care what you threaten me with. Not only am I smart for taking these supplies, but I'm following Auntie's laws. When scarcity begins closing its fist...
Is the perfect time for aggressive capitalists. Buy cheap, hold long, and sell high, and you'll maximize your profits. Don't quote Auntie's laws of dystopian disruption to me. I'm the one who taught you those damn laws, and I hardly imagine she meant to apply them when it is literally a matter of our life or death.
Whoa, who are you? How'd you get past the landmines?
For the chops, bro.
There's rifts down the hall. Is that what you're asking about? We did see some upper-shelf pharmaceuticals on, the upper shelves. But I think the rifts have claimed them. We've been told to stay the hell away from those things, and that's exactly what we've done.
Now, will there be anything else? Or can we finish our argument in...
There's no need to be rude just because I discovered you're swindling. I caught this one hoarding supplies, despite agreeing that there'd be better profit to be had if we pool everything we've got. Ever since the lifts locked down, this pile of sprat excrement has been sneaking off at night to move some of our shared inventory into a little bonus stash only they know about.
You're only mad you didn't think to do it first. The fact that I'm the most up-and-coming go-getter is what's getting you steamed. Admit it. You're jealous.
Why would I be? Once I cram your cold body into a vacuum tube, I'm taking all your stuff.
Of course! I'm doing what is smart and profitable under Auntie's laws, and I'll be damned if you two idiots will dissuade me. We do? I mean, of course, you're right. I'm sorry. But I saw a chance to get ahead. And Auntie
The
always
expense
demands we take
of
those
you and
chances when
everyone
we
else
see
around you
them.
dying.
I get it. Of course I thought about it, but I knew it'd be a mistake. And now, thanks to that foresight, my profits will go further since I'm not splitting them.
But I'm living up to Auntie's principles. We all know we should deeply gouge to create future earnings. Don't be bitter just because I'm the one who actually did it.
I guess you chose to swindle the wrong tube tech.
Ratcheting up my aggression.
Well, thank you for your help. Or for letting me solve this. Honestly, I'm not sure who did the killing and who didn't. Well, there's no reason for me to stay here by myself. If I try and move it all alone, I'll definitely get hostilely acquired. I guess I'll call this venture busted and move on.
Okay, so we're looking for rifts. I get where I'm supposed to be going. I'm confused. I gotta wait for this to end. I don't think that was the way I was supposed to technically do that, but it worked. I'll take it. Looking for a way out. I don't see one.
Hope you get the medicine soon. Whenever I change a bandage, I end up spilling more blood than I staunch. Something's wrong with it? Let me see. What in blazes is this? Even I know not to give this to my patients. Law only knows what it would do. I'm not sure it even is still medicine. Oh, laws. I can tell you know more about this than I do. Still, you did what I asked, and I ain't the type to leave a debt unpaid.
Of course nobody's gonna see it. There's nothing.
Okay, so all that's left would be going over here then.
That's not the point.
I have no idea how much is left of this game. It could be another 2-3 hours, or it could be 30 minutes. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm going to take a bet and think it's more than 2 hours, so I think we're just going to be here for the day. Hope you guys liked the stream. If you guys did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more do stream every single day. We'll be finishing this game off, most likely, definitely tomorrow. Be surprised if we don't. Yeah, there was more to this game than I thought there was when I first started the stream, so I guess it'll just be a part 1, and we'll do a part 2 tomorrow of finishing off the game. Hope you guys liked the stream. If you guys did, please hit that like button, subscribe if you guys want to see more do stream every single day. Follow me, of course, watching Kick, Twitch, or Rumble. I greatly appreciate it, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.